congratulations on this small independent film that you've made. It's a little indie.
My first movie, actually.
Is it your first movie, really?
It's really my first movie. This is my second premiere ever of all time.
How's that sensation? It's a strange feeling, but an exciting feeling, I can imagine.
Yeah, I mean, I always make this joke. It's a 10-year overnight success. You know, I've been telling stories all my life. When I was a little kid, I was writing stories for my mom. And so to bring her to a premiere and show this movie to the whole world, it feels like the logical conclusion of a lot of work and a lot of passion. And I would just say, if you really love something, just keep doing it, keep trying, because, you know, it can happen, dreams can come true.
Yeah. There's so much going on in Marvel over the last 15 years that they've been going. What was the attraction for you to get involved, not just with them, but with this story in particular?
Honestly, it's the people that are involved. Kevin, Lou, Victoria, Nate, the producers of this project, they're incredibly thoughtful, they love stories, and most importantly, they gave us a permission to tell a really different story. So for me, the MCU is it's a sandbox, you know, it can reflect all of humanity, the ones that are different, the people that are the same, and for us to play in that sandbox and add a little bit of our voice to it, that was a gift.
Obviously the cinematic universe kind of started on Earth with Iron Man and Captain America, and now we've gone cosmic.
Oh yeah.
How was that? What was the pitch they gave to you? What did Kevin kind of pitch to you that what they wanted to kind of accomplish with the Eternals?
Yeah, well, the process is really amazing. You know, Kevin and Nate and all the producers at Marvel, they are very open to what the creators want to bring. You know, this is very much my story. It's very much Chloe's story. We brought a lot of ourselves to it, and so what we really wanted to explore was love and family when you have to live for 10,000 years. You know, when you've been around forever, how do the things that bother you about somebody, the things that you love about somebody change and grow over time? So this was an intimate epic. We wanted to explore that on a grand stage.
And you answer a lot of fan questions with the whole point of where were you when Thanos was doing his deeds, but you answered that question. There's a real kind of reason as to why part of their history and part of their culture is that they're not supposed to interfere. Was that fun? You know, it's a complex story to tell that side, but also deal with what's happened in the MCU.
Yeah, we brought a lot of. It was a gift and a curse to introduce 10 new characters to the MCU that we hope you love. But most importantly, the Eternals are soldiers. They're soldiers that have a mission, and they could never deviate from that mission. They could never break those rules. And so that's a big part of the story. I don't want to spoil anything, but I think that's a big question: is when do you follow the rules? When do you follow your mission? And when do you follow your heart?
There's an incredible cast, but I have to ask you about working with Chloe. Obviously, she's come off an Academy Award now as well. Working with her, can you see why people think she is so special and why she's going to be one of the defining filmmakers of her generation? I
think Chloe Zhao is one of the best filmmakers that's working today, but most importantly, she's just a good person. And I think that's so underestimated in Hollywood, what it means to just treat people well. She has an incredible vision, but most importantly, she's curious. She always wants to try new things. You can see from the course of her career, she's always trying new things. So I spent 9 months in a windowless room with her writing this movie, and I saw every day what made her work special.
And just finally, I mean, obviously with Eternals and Marvel, sequels abound, I'm sure. It's part of the concept, I'm sure. How much do they tell you about all the other stuff that's going on, or have they not given you any indication? Or are you allowed to kind of draw your own story from what goes on, but to still keep it in terms of the Eternals and the characters? Yeah,
that's one of the special things about Marvel, is there isn't a master plan. There's just a vision to make it better and keep telling better and better stories. So with Eternals, they say, here's the world. You can do whatever you want as long as it doesn't, you know, counteract anything that happened and all that came before. It's like a great mythology, and we just feel honored to be a part of adding to that mythology. We keep adding to it, and I hope we get to keep adding more with Eternals 2 and 3. Go see the movie.
Go see the movie. Yeah. I wonder how they're going to deal with the multiverse, given that that's the next thing. You can't say, I'm sure,
spoilers, but we have been we've been told a little bit about it. We have some good friends who are working in that world and writing Doctor Strange right now in London and Atlanta and LA. So they're making that movie, and I think you're all going to really enjoy it.
Fantastic. Well, I wish you all the best with this one. Thank you so much for your time. Pleasure talking to you. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey You Guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yes.
Nice.
Hey!